Ko Mauao te Maunga, Legend of Mauao, written by Debbie Macaulay, illustrated by Debbie Tipuna, translated into te reo by Tāmati Waka, and published by Mauao Publishing, Aotearoa, New Zealand. Kia ora, my name is Jess and I'm going to be reading Ko Mauao te Maunga, Legend of Mauao. In earliest times, long ago, a nameless hill watched over Tauranga Moana from the foot of the Kaimai Range. The lonely hill was a slave to the majestic mountain chief, O Tani Wainuku. Southwest of the nameless one stood a beautiful mountain called Pūwhenua. Her lovely slopes had been cloaked in kakariki green by Tāne Mahuta, god of the forest and birds. The nameless one was deeply in love with Pūwhenua. One day the forest birds told the nameless one of the great love that existed between Pūwhenua and O Tani Wainuku. There was no chance for the humble slave. His cries of misery echoed across the land. Deep in the ancient forest of Te Waunui o Hautere, the Patupaerehe heard his cries. As the silvery light of the marama spread across the night sky, those shy bush dwellers left the shadows, seeking to comfort their friend.
I need to leave here,
said the nameless one in a broken voice.
Please take me far away, out into the ocean where I can no longer see the land.
The Patupaerehe did not ignore their friend's pain. They came up with a plan and gathered an enormous amount of harakeke. Chanting together, the Patupaerehe wove beneath the watchful gaze of Te Marama. Before daybreak, they had finished creating gigantic magical ropes. When Te Marama and Ngā Whetū rose the following night, the Patupaerehe wrapped their magical ropes tightly around the nameless one. With a massive heave, they uprooted him from his place among the mountains of Te Wauku, their chanting booming across the shaken land. Heave to the west, heave to the south, hee-ha, hee-ha, hee-ha. Heave from the earth, heave from his home, hee-ha, hee-ha, hee-ha. Heave under moon, heave under stars, hee-ha, hee-ha, hee-ha. Heave to the ocean, heave through the dark, hee-ha, hee-ha, hee-ha. The earth thundered and the birds of the night silently watched as the nameless one started his journey. As he was dragged along, a valley was carved into the land behind him. Tears rolled down his slopes and filled the valley with the weeping waters of the Waimapu River. Throughout the long, long night, the Patupaerehe pulled with all their strength, keeping time with their steady chant. As they neared Hairini, the nameless one suddenly saw how far he had moved from Pūwhenua. He dug his heels into the earth, not wanting to leave his beloved, but the Patupaerehe kept pulling. The nameless one's heels created a deep channel as they passed Motuopuhi Island, then Maungatapu and Matapihi. The Patupaerehe steadily hauled him past Te Papa Peninsula, then Whareroa. All the while the nameless one's massive size continued to carve the deep channel towards the ocean. When they arrived at the edge of Te Moananui-a-Kiwa, the Patupaerehe were too tired to realize that it was almost sunrise. Te Rā was waking up from his nightly slumber. The first rays of dawn fell upon Tauranga Moana. "Aware!" shrieked the Patupaerehe. Dropping their ropes, they ran from the burning light back to the forest shadows. As mountains can only move once in their lifetime, the nameless one was frozen in place forever. After Te Rā had journeyed across the sky, he returned to his sleeping pit. At nightfall, the Patupaerehe crept down from the forest to see the changes in the land. Visiting the nameless one in his new resting place by the entrance to Te Awanui, they named their friend Mauao, meaning caught by the dawn. On quiet misty nights, haunting flute music drifts across Mauao as the Patupaerehe play the kōauau and pūtōreno for their old friend. Mauao is the tipuna of the people, a sacred taonga with great mana. As the tides of Tangaroa ebb and flow around his feet, he still stands watch, guardian of Tauranga Moana. The history of Mauao, along with the legend, is one of heartbreak and struggle, but also one of endurance, strength and unity. Mauao stands guard at the entrance to Te Awanui, the Tauranga Harbour. At over 2 million years old, he is a tipuna and sacred taonga, manifesting both the past and the present, as well as giving us hope for the future.